Welcome back. Today we will be traveling to London, watching a video of top 10 things to do in London. This is by Hungry Passport. Looks like it has a lot of good positive comments, and yeah, I'm just kind of curious. I was there in 2018, and I know I missed a lot. I wanted more time there, so I'm excited to go back. But until that time, I want to dive in and kind of see what else there is and just things that I missed in London. I loved it. I had a great time there. I think we had, what was it? Something like 5 days in London, 5 or 6 days in London, and there's still so much that I did not even see. So yeah, I want to see what else is there, and hopefully you, along with me, learn something from this video and what to do when we are there. So let's just jump in. Top 10 things to do in London. Here we go. Excited for this one.
In this video, we'll show you 10 best things to see in London and a couple more suggestions at the end of the video. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel.
Alright.
The suggestions are based on our exciting trips to London. Here are our top 10 picks. Number 1. Tower Bridge.
Yes.
Tower Bridge crosses the River Thames and was built at the end of 19th century. You can take a boat ride that goes under the Tower Bridge for full experience.
Yeah, there's lots of like river taxis that we went on, very cheap, just to go through the river and kind of get to everywhere you kind of need to be. A lot of the places along the river go under the bridge. It's awesome. This must be one of the coolest looking bridges in the world. It's so unique, so different. Who would have thought? Who would have thought making a bridge like that?
Don't miss the two very important attractions nearby.
Yes.
A historic castle, Tower of London from 11th century, and the remaining of the Roman wall that was probably built in the 3rd century.
Yeah, the Tower of London, right? Where is it? Over there. That place was really cool. You just walk over the Tower Bridge and then you're pretty much at the Tower of London, or the White Tower. That was probably, let's see, was it? Maybe there's so many good places. It was probably my favorite place though. They have the crown jewels there, and it was really empty when we were there, so we kind of just flew right through, and we kept going on the little escalators, whatever those things are called, that just kind of keep you moving just over and over. It was a lot of fun, a lot to see there. And the White Tower is built in like the I forget what it said, circa like, I don't know. I think it says online like 1070s sometime. They're not exactly sure. But I think the building itself, I have a picture of it. I thought it said something like 1055 or so. But it's old, and a lot of residents, a lot of kings and queens from the past live there. An incredible amount of history at this place. I would recommend it for sure. I'd almost need, because I'm a history nerd, 2 days there. I would definitely go back a second day, but there's so much. So let's see what else.
Number 2. Camden Town. This former industrial economic base has been replaced by service industries such as retail, tourism, and entertainment. The area now hosts street markets and music venues which are strongly associated with alternative culture. Don't forget to visit an amazing Camden Market and Cyberdog store with futuristic fashion.
I'll throw this on the list too. It looks like a fun place. It looks like a place where you can spend also days at. You could just go there and spend, one full day to this town. Look how cool this is.
Clubwear,
I like it.
Rave clothes, and live dancers inside the shop.
It's like Tron.
Number 3, museums. London is full of amazing museums.
Look at that.
And most of them are free. You can start with the British Museum that is dedicated to...
That's so cool. It's like, what is this, Roman or Greek architecture? And then you go inside and there's just history, especially England. This was something that I wanted to do as well, and I never did it when I was there. A lot of good museums there. Probably some of the best in the world, I would assume. Because England, I mean, they colonized how much of the world? 30% or something at one point, a lot of it. They must have kind of everything there that you want to look at, depending on what you like. Egypt, right off the bat, you saw some pharaoh's head or something there. So
human history.
I want to go back here. I love it. Love history.
Don't miss the Natural History Museum that exhibits a vast range of specimens from various segments of natural history.
I'm into it.
Just around the corner, there is Science Museum, a great place to see, touch, and experience science firsthand. You can check in the description box where we added the
Look at that. There's so many. How
cool
cool is that? The history here is so
Number
cool
4.
for my history nerd.
Big Ben and the Palace of Westminster.
Mm-hmm.
This British culture.
Yeah, that's what it looked like when I was there in 2018. I think it was supposed to be done this year, 2021 or 2022, something like that. So with COVID, you don't know what the delays were like, but that's what I saw. You just saw a little one side of the clock face you see, or at least I saw, and so we saw. So it's exciting. We kind of planned it so when this is all done, we're gonna go back.
Cultural icon was completed
and
in
actually see the tower.
and it lays at the north end of the Palace of Westminster, which is the seat of the Parliament of the United Kingdom. The official name of the tower in which Big Ben is located was originally the Clock Tower, but it was renamed as Elizabeth Tower in 2012.
Yeah, I think it's the Elizabeth Tower, but the Big Ben is the bell, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Unfortunately, Big Ben is being renovated and will not be completed for a couple more years. A few steps away is also an impressive Gothic church, Westminster Abbey.
That place is
Number 5.
Also amazing.
London Eye.
I hope they go over the Westminster Abbey because that place has, especially if you're into history or art, sciences, you just like look at the stones on the floor and there's so many, an incredible amount of historical figures like buried underneath it and within it. And they have like the ancient kings. They have that section. It's crazy. They have what is it, Mary Queen of Scots, and God, everyone's there. Everyone's buried there. Everyone cool's there.
The London Eye is a giant Ferris wheel on the south bank of the River Thames, overlooking Big Ben and Westminster. When it opened to the public in the year 2000, it was the world's tallest Ferris wheel. The structure is 135 meters tall and the wheel has a diameter of 120 meters.
All right, question for someone that knows, someone in England. How long does it take for that to rotate? One rotation, how long is that? I think I looked it up because we were going to do it. There's some special thing where you get like some meal and cocktail, something like that. And it was, I don't know, 35 minutes or so to go around. Let me know how long it takes to go around the London Eye. I'd be into it.
6. Little Venice. Little Venice is a neighborhood centered on an area of decorative houseboats.
Interesting.
And the partly tree-lined three-way junction of canals. Little Venice is one of London's prime residential areas and contains restaurants, shops, theaters and pubs. Definitely a refreshing sight and something you do not expect to see in London.
No.
Number 7.
It's cool though. I like it.
Hyde Park.
Hyde
Park is London's main park. It offers both world-class events and concerts together with plenty of quiet places to relax. In 2004, there was an opening of the fountains in memory of Diana, Princess of Wales. Number 8.
Is Hyde Park the one that, what's the park that you go to, like pretty much Buckingham Palace is right next to it? So many parks and they're huge. I love them.
Piccadilly Circus. Piccadilly Circus is a road junction and a public space of London's West End in the city of Westminster. It was built in 1819 to connect Regent Street with Piccadilly. It was named after a house belonging to a tailor famous for selling Piccadilles or Piccadillys, a term used for various kinds of collars. The circus is particularly known for its video display and neon signs mounted on the corner of the building.
It's like their own Times Square.
Visited by night.
It's like the London Times Square.
Number 9.
Little Times Square. There we go.
Buckingham Palace is the most iconic royal building in the country. It is the
I thought that kid on the left of the screen was going to do a backflip.
London residence of Her Majesty the Queen and is one of only a few working royal palaces left in the world. Don't miss the iconic ceremony changing the guard, also known as guard mounting, carried out by soldiers on active duty from the Foot Guards who have guarded the sovereign and the royal palaces since 1660. Check the description box for the link to the updated guard mounting timetable. Number 10. Harrods. Harrods is a luxury department store now owned by the
Oh.
state of Qatar.
Yeah, when I went there, I went with my family, so someone mentioned this, and I've never even heard of this shopping area, but it was amazing there. It was crazy. It was so packed. A lot of the places we went weren't that bad, but then you go here, wild. It was a labyrinth. I thought it was like a labyrinth. It was crazy. It was fun and cool, but I kind of went to London for the history, I guess. I don't know. In a way, this is history as well.
The
It's
store
cool though.
occupies a 20,000 square meter site and has 330 departments covering 90,000 square meters of retail space. And here is a bonus that we promised: Canary Wharf.
Never heard of this
If you
either.
have an extra few hours to spare, visit Canary Wharf on the Isle of Dogs, the Manhattan of
Okay.
London. It is a commercial district in East London and contains many of Europe's tallest buildings, including the second tallest building in the UK, One Canada Square.
Yeah, this is something that you
course.
don't really see, the tall buildings there, the high rises.
There are tons of other things to see and do in London, and it all depends on the sites you want to visit and how many days you'll spend in this amazing city. We also created a Google map with all the suggestions. The link is in the description below. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up and don't forget to
Oh, I
subscribe
will.
to our channel.
Yeah, that's really cool. I want to look at I want to see their list. Yeah, because there's a lot of things that were not on there that I did. Like the Roman Wall, I didn't even know was there. Kensington Palace, they have a lot of palaces everywhere. Even like Wimbledon, I like tennis, so Wimbledon I wanted to go to. Never made it there. The Harry Potter Museum, I know it's London, but I want to go to the Harry Potter Museum. I grew up on that. And I'm sure a lot of you did too. I would love to see that part. I think I don't know where it is, 40 minutes outside of London. I'm not really sure. Even yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot that I want to see. Stonehenge, I know it's not in London, but I feel like if you're in London, go see that anyways. It's just one of those things, and I did not do that. We're just so packed every day. Yeah, man, that's crazy. A lot of people are saying like they have travel plans. That was a year ago, so don't know how that's gonna work out. Let's see. Do they have the list here? The Tower Bridge. Where's their list? There's a lot going on here. Oh, here we go. Perfect. So British Museum, Harrods, Cyberdog. How random. Like, and it also depends on what you enjoy when you travel. Some people go travel for the food in a way. They like the culinary arts of different places of the world. So it's not me. I don't really care about the food all that much. Although I will, if given the chance, I will try stuff there. But I'm there for more of the history, um, and just to kind of see everything. See how a normal day there. Camden Town. It's weird. I've never heard of that. Piccadilly Circus. Never heard of that. Maybe I have. Hyde Park. Okay. Oh yeah. So this is. Oh no. That's yeah. Kensington Palace. Okay. And Buckingham Palace is the different. This is what I was thinking of. Hyde Park is huge. I remember going to. We just walked to Kensington, I think. uh, from Buckingham Palace. So we just like went through this park to this other park, and it was a fun long walk. But yeah, this park was amazing. It was a perfect day there. I don't know how many sunny days they have. Yeah, I'd love to see a lot of these places. Yeah, my list would have been a little different. I would have really, instead of kind of grouping things up like London Bridge or the Tower Bridge. Oh yeah, the Burrows or Burrows under the London Bridge. That place was really cool too. We heard about it, but and we kind of stumbled upon it, and it was just so out of nowhere and so cool. I loved it. Good food, good place to stop for a snack there when you're in the middle of the city. The Burrows, however you say it, in the Westminster Abbey, Tower of London. Those things I would have definitely spent more time at if I could go back. I know there's like what is it called, the Grand Central Station or King's. That's New York, King's Crossing. Yeah, here we go. The King's Cross station. I'd love to see. Once again, the Harry Potter fan, so I think this is correct right here. I would love to see this. Love the Harry Potter stuff, but yeah, I mean, here's the map overall of their suggestions of the video we just watched. I'd add a few on there, but like I said, it's hard to spend even a week there and see everything. It's pretty much impossible, because some of the areas I would spend all day and maybe go back a second time. A lot of the museums could, you could spend days in those things. It's so they're kind of exhausting, how big they are and how much you're absorbing at the same time. But I loved London, and I'm excited to go back there. And I would suggest taking the river taxi too. Kind of go by MI6 and a whole bunch of, you just see it just with a little group of people, and it's great. You just go up and down the river, and it takes you to almost everywhere you need to be within reason, especially if you don't mind walking a little bit. I loved it. I can't wait to go back. I enjoyed this video a lot, and I want to do more of these. I'm gonna probably watch another, what to do in London, good things, bad things, everything, the good, bad, and the ugly in London and other cities. Paris, I would love to go back to. I spent hardly any time there, but London is definitely a city that I loved, and I would suggest to everyone. There's history everywhere, every corner, and the city seemed nice. We kind of got lost a few times just roaming around the city, but it was nice, nice and modern and fun, and pubs everywhere. Seemed like the people were fine, good, jolly people, and lovely city for people that love history and Harry Potter like myself. So until next time, thanks for joining, thanks for watching. I hope you learned something. I sure did. I know where to go next time, and yeah, on to more history and travel videos. Have a good rest of your day.